Picture this: a dimly lit room, heavy velvet curtains drawn, and the air thick with the scent of incense. At the center of it all sits a weathered wooden table, its surface scarred by countless readings. And there, in the hands of a seasoned cartomancer, lies a deck of ordinary playing cards. Or so they seem at first glance. But oh, dear listeners, these are no ordinary cards. In the hands of a skilled practitioner, they become windows to the soul, portals to the future, and bridges between the seen and unseen worlds. Each card, each suit, each number holds a universe of meaning, waiting to be unlocked by those who dare to peer beyond the veil. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth did this fascinating practice come to be? Well, let me take you on a journey through time, back to the misty origins of cartomancy. It's a tale as old as the cards themselves, steeped in mystery and shrouded in secrecy. The exact origins of cartomancy are, frankly, as elusive as the predictions they offer. But hold on to your seats, because we're diving headfirst into the murky waters of history. Some say the practice dates back to ancient Egypt, where the first playing cards were allegedly created. Others claim it originated in China, alongside the invention of paper. But one thing's for certain: by the time playing cards reached Europe in the 14th century, they were already steeped in mystical significance. Imagine, if you will, the dimly lit taverns and shadowy alleyways of medieval Europe. In these clandestine corners, fortune-tellers and soothsayers plied their trade, using humble playing cards to divine the fates of kings and paupers alike. It was a time of superstition and wonder, where the line between magic and reality was as thin as a playing card. But it wasn't until the late 18th century that cartomancy truly exploded onto the scene. Picture this: Paris, 1770. The air is thick with revolution and enlightenment. And in the opulent salons of the French aristocracy, a woman named Marie-Anne Lenormand is about to change the face of fortune-telling forever. Lenormand, a self-proclaimed psychic and occultist, took the art of cartomancy to new heights. She combined traditional playing cards with her own system of symbolism, creating a method so powerful and accurate that it earned her the nickname the Sibyl of the Salons. Her clients included none other than Empress Josephine, wife of Napoleon Bonaparte, and her predictions were said to have influenced the course of history itself. Can you imagine the tension in the room as Lenormand laid out her cards for Josephine, the fate of an empire hanging in the balance? The whispered gasps as each card was revealed, painting a picture of triumphs and tragedies yet to come. It's enough to send shivers down your spine, isn't it? But Lenormand wasn't the only one to leave her mark on the world of cartomancy. Oh no, dear listeners. The 19th century saw an explosion of interest in all things occult, and cartomancy rode the wave like a surfer on a cosmic tide. Enter Attila, the pseudonym of Jean-Baptiste Alliette, a French occultist who published the first known book on cartomancy in 1770. Attila's work laid the foundation for modern tarot reading, but it was his insights into cartomancy with regular playing cards that truly set the world on fire. Attila's system assigned specific meanings to each card in the deck, based on its suit, number, and position in the spread. For example, the Ace of Hearts might represent the home, while the Nine of Spades could foretell danger or illness. It was a system so intricate, so detailed, that it could take a lifetime to master. But oh, the power it held. Imagine being able to glimpse the future with nothing more than a deck of cards you could buy at any corner store. It was a democratization of divination, bringing the mystical arts to the masses in a way that had never been seen before. As we hurtle through time, we find ourselves in the Victorian era, a period marked by both scientific advancement and a deep fascination with the supernatural. It was during this time that cartomancy truly came into its own, evolving from a parlor trick to a respected divinatory practice. Picture the smoke-filled seance rooms of 19th century London, where mediums and psychics competed for the attention of the wealthy and curious. Among the floating tables and ectoplasmic manifestations, the humble deck of cards held its own, offering insights into love, fortune, and fate that rivaled even the most dramatic spirit communications. It was during this time that the connection between cartomancy and the Romani people, often referred to as gypsies, became firmly established in the public imagination. The image of the mysterious gypsy fortune-teller, cards spread before her in a colorful wagon, became an enduring archetype that persists to this day. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, dear listeners. The real magic of cartomancy lies not in its history, but in the cards themselves. So, let's dive deep into the heart of this mystical practice and explore the hidden meanings behind those 52 pieces of paper. First things first, the suits. In a standard deck of playing cards, we have hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades. But in the world of cartomancy, these suits take on a whole new significance. Hearts, with their obvious connection to love and emotion, represent matters of the heart, relationships, and feelings. Diamonds, glittering and valuable, speak to material wealth, career, and worldly success. Clubs, resembling clovers or tree branches, are associated with work, creativity, and personal growth. And spades, shaped like shovels or inverted hearts, deal with challenges, obstacles, and sometimes even death. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, folks. Each card within these suits carries its own unique energy and message. The Ace of Hearts might herald the beginning of a new love affair, while the Ten of Spades could warn of impending difficulties. The Jack of Diamonds might represent a youthful and ambitious person in your life, while the Queen of Clubs could symbolize a wise and nurturing female influence. Now, I know what you're thinking. How on earth can 52 cards possibly cover every aspect of human experience? Well, dear listeners, that's where the true art of cartomancy comes into play. It's not just about memorizing meanings. It's about developing an intuitive connection with the cards, learning to read the subtle nuances and hidden messages in each spread. Imagine, if you will, a seasoned cartomancer at work. Their hands move with practiced ease, shuffling the deck with a rhythmic precision that seems almost hypnotic. As they lay out the cards in a specific pattern, perhaps the classic Celtic cross spread, or the simpler three-card draw, their eyes narrow, scanning for patterns and connections that would be invisible to the untrained eye. But here's where it gets really wild, folks. The true power of cartomancy doesn't lie in the cards themselves, but in the interaction between the reader, the querent, that's the person seeking guidance, and the mysterious forces that guide the fall of the cards. It's a dance of energy, intuition, and chance that can produce startlingly accurate insights into the past, present, and future. Don't believe me? Well, let me tell you about a little experiment conducted by the parapsychologist Dr. J.B. Rhine at Duke University in the 1930s. Rhine was investigating the possibility of extrasensory perception, and he used playing cards as part of his methodology. In one series of tests, subjects were asked to guess the suit of a card drawn from a shuffled deck. The results? Statistically significant evidence of ESP, with some subjects consistently scoring well above chance. Now, I'm not saying this proves the existence of psychic abilities or validates every cartomancy reading ever given, but it does make you wonder, doesn't it? What if there's more to these simple paper rectangles than meets the eye? What if somehow they can tap into the collective unconscious or channel energies we can't yet explain? But let's get back to the nitty-gritty of cartomancy, shall we? Because believe me, folks, this practice is far more complex and nuanced than simply memorizing a list of card meanings. Oh no. It's an art form that requires intuition, empathy, and a deep understanding of human nature. Take, for example, the concept of reversed cards. In many cartomancy systems, a card that appears upside down in a spread takes on a different, often opposite meaning from its upright position. The Ten of Hearts, normally a card of emotional fulfillment and happiness, might indicate heartbreak or disappointment when reversed. It adds a whole new layer of complexity to readings, forcing the cartomancer to consider not just the card's inherent meaning, but its orientation and position within the spread. And speaking of spreads, let me tell you, there are more ways to lay out cards for a reading than you can shake a stick at. From the simple past, present, future spread to complex layouts like the Romany spread or the pyramid, each arrangement offers a unique lens through which to view the querent's situation. But here's where it gets really intense, folks. Imagine you're sitting across from a cartomancer, your heart pounding as they shuffle the deck. You've come seeking answers about a difficult decision, a troubled relationship, or an uncertain future. As the cards fall, you can almost feel the weight of fate settling around you. The reader's eyes scan the spread, their brow furrowing in concentration. And then, they begin to speak. "I see a journey in your future," they might say, pointing to the Eight of Spades. "But be warned, there are obstacles in your path." They gesture to the Five of Clubs, reversed. "You'll need to draw on your inner strength to overcome them." As the reading progresses, you find yourself on the edge of your seat, hanging on every word. It's as if the cartomancer is peering directly into your soul, revealing truths you've kept hidden even from yourself. And that, dear listeners, is the true power of cartomancy. Its ability to reflect our deepest fears, hopes, and desires back at us, offering guidance and insight in times of need. But let's not forget the darker side of this practice, shall we? Throughout history, cartomancy has been both revered and reviled, celebrated as a mystical art and condemned as charlatanry. In times of superstition and fear, fortune-tellers often found themselves on the wrong side of the law, or worse, accused of witchcraft. Picture, if you will, the witch hunts of medieval Europe. In dimly lit interrogation chambers, suspected witches were grilled about their practices. More than one unfortunate soul met their end at the stake for the crime of reading cards. It's a chilling reminder of the power that divination has held over the human imagination for centuries. Even in more recent times, cartomancy has faced its share of skepticism and legal challenges. In the United States, for example, many cities have laws on the books prohibiting fortune-telling for profit. It's a practice that walks a fine line between entertainment, spiritual guidance, and potential fraud. But despite the controversies and skepticism, cartomancy continues to thrive in the modern world. From online tarot readings to smartphone apps that simulate card spreads, technology has brought this ancient art into the 21st century. And yet, there's something about the tactile experience of shuffling a physical deck, the weight of the cards in your hands, that can't be replicated digitally. As we draw our journey through the world of cartomancy to a close, I want you to take a moment to reflect on the power of symbols and the human need for guidance and meaning. Whether you believe in the mystical properties of playing cards or view cartomancy as nothing more than an entertaining pastime, there's no denying its enduring appeal. So the next time you see a deck of cards, take a moment to consider the secrets they might hold. Who knows? The answers to your deepest questions might be just a shuffle away. Until next time, dear listeners, keep your minds open and your cards close. The future is waiting to be revealed.